Still don't believe me? You will.
Hi. Welcome back to Demented Collective. As always, I'm Gary.
David.
And today we're going over Eerie's 16th episode?
That's what I got, 16.
Yeah, The Loyal Order of Corn.
First aired March 22nd, 1992. Mr. Teller joins the Loyal Order of Corn, and Marshall and Simon discover that the Order is building what appears to be a giant TV screen. But when Simon steps into the screen, he gets transported to another planet. Okay. Directed by Brian Spicer. He did For Richer or Poorer, a Tim Allen movie.
Yeah.
And
With
Kirstie Alley, I think.
Yeah, I watched that where he runs away and goes, like, joins an Amish community because he, like...
Yeah, it's that one. McHale's Navy. I don't know if you saw that. Comedy with the guy who was married to Roseanne back in the 90s.
John Goodman?
No, the other guy.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about, like, the Roseanne TV show.
No. It was the guy who's in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. His sidekick.
I haven't seen that movie in ages. Yeah.
And Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the 96 or whatever movie.
Oh.
And those are pretty much all the movies he did. And then he went into TV.
Okay.
So, it was written by Michael Cassett. And then you got Matt Dearborn and Jose Rivera. They're always on the writing team.
Yeah.
Guest stars, Ray Walston as Ned. Who's Ray Walston? You knew this face, right? You knew this guy. Everyone knows this guy.
Where did I see him from?
His biggest is Mr. Hand in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
He was the one that kept giving Spoolie a hard time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's his biggest role.
Okay, that's where I recognized him from. Yeah, I love Fast Times.
He was also in The Happy Hooker Goes to Washington.
I don't
The
think I've seen
70s are
that part
great.
now.
It's not, actually.
Oh, isn't it like in the same vein of those movies where you're like, dude, I'm watching, like, you know, you find a
You
movie
think, something on TV late at night. Oh.
or part of your parents' stash, like
Right.
best little whorehouse in Texas.
That's a fun movie.
I as a
Dolly
kid,
Parton? Come on.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just saw that, and I was like, because my mom had a VHS, like, you know, a recorded copy, and she, you know, there was some movies they kept in their room because it was, you know, like, I was too young to watch, like Titanic or that.
Titanic?
Yeah, Titanic. Kate Winslet. But yeah, and so I was going through when I started getting older. That's, you know, that's where I found the Breakfast Club. I was like, I don't know why she was holding that one.
Yeah, what? That's PG.
No, it's R.
Breakfast Club is R?
Yeah, but by then, those standards compared to now, yeah, that movie's easy PG. Well, maybe PG-13 because of the close-up panty shot.
Huh, weird.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I stumbled on Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and of course I'm like...
Yeah. And that was Dolly Parton in her heyday.
Oh,
She's a looker. Last movie Ray Walston was in was Galaxy of Terror, also, that I have. Not the last movie he did. That was in early 80s. I was at like 81 or something like that. I think it was I want to say it was Roger Corman, but I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Anyways, let's dive into this one.
all right. So, yeah, opens with the meeting of the Loyal Order of Corn with Mr. I forgot his name again.
Teller?
Yeah, no, not Teller. Store clerk, the new one.
Oh, John Aston? That's his real name.
Yeah,
in real life.
Yeah, I can't remember the clerk's name.
I can't either.
Raymond? Ray?
Something like that. John Aston.
The world stuff. Yeah.
Go with John
Aston.
Gomez from the original Adams Family.
Yeah. John Aston is doing the whole like weird or like me.
Yeah, and they do the
me.
weird hand signals. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you see Dash X in this episode where he's talking to Ned.
Now this episode, I feel, would have been a very important episode if they had gotten more seasons, because they're setting up Dash in this episode.
Oh yeah.
We're learning about Dash in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been a benchmark episode.
Oh yeah.
Had it got past the first season.
Oh, especially giant ass TV, man.
Yeah.
Like that's everyone dreamed about that in that
Heck
age,
yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, but all that was probably only existed like at the Jumbotron or whatever. But
in '92, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Some folks had them.
yeah, that's true. The rich. Oh yeah, the was theater TVs the thing? Those the projection TVs.
I remember those.
Yeah, those big old boxes.
Yeah, with the red, blue, and green lights down at the bottom that would shine up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm never getting one of those again. They're cool, but too heavy. Too much of a hassle to move.
Oh, yeah, old TVs were terrible.
Yeah. I lost a valuable memento to that.
So Dash X is helping Ned the bartender. I'm going to call him... Oh, his name is Ned. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it right. The boys are sneaking around, and they're
Yeah.
spying on them. Because they want to know what his dad's up to, what Marshall's dad is up to.
Yep.
And the Order of Corn takes Dad into the inner sanctum. The boys get caught by Dash.
Yep. They're like, oh, I don't want to know what kind of big, mean, scary bodyguards the Lower Lord of Corn has. It's just Dash.
Right, yeah. They bribe Dash to get them in.
First bribe him not to say anything, then they have to bribe him to get him in, then bribe him a little more to get him in.
They see pictures from the past, back to 1915.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have Ned in them.
Yep.
So Ned's been there for 80 years at this point, something like that. Dash shows them the secret mysteries of the Order of Corn, and he finally tells them his name. This is where we actually learn his name, because of the markings on his hand.
I'm gonna go by these. Doesn't I say? And they go.
It's a dash and an X on his hand.
Yeah. I think it was what Simon goes plus minus.
Right, plus minus.
It's like, yo, dash X.
Yeah. They go in the inner sanctum and insert a crystal and see a planet on TV.
Yeah. An inner crystal, or the crystal that also has a dash X on the bottom of it.
Now,
Plus
they
minus.
got that crystal when Dash was able to open up a cabinet.
Yeah.
That he said
Because
only he... Oh, man.
Ned doesn't.
The AC's been on this whole time.
Dickens.
I meant to turn that off. All right.
Oh, well, lesson learned.
Whatever.
Don't judge us, please. Or do. I don't care.
So that means he's got some sort of connection.
Yes.
That he can open it and Ned can open it.
And there was a
And
lot
that's
of,
it.
like, the plus, minus, like, positive, negative
Right.
things throughout this episode. So it clearly was supposed to be something big. Kind of like the equivalent of, like, the people with blue hands in Firefly.
Right. They see it.
Still don't know about those guys.
Planet on TV. Simon gets sucked into the TV. Ned shows up pissed. Apparently he does...
Oh, yeah. Dash wanted to try and see if they could use that thing to get into Marshall's sister's room.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Ned does his exposition. He's an explorer, an alien explorer, and needs
not an invader.
a portal back home.
Explorer.
He got stuck. Marshall's dad is building the key component for the portal. Dash asks Ned, why me? And because of like how different he is and everything.
Yeah.
Ned takes his gloves off and shows his hands, and they have the same symbols as Dash.
So Dash does the same thing.
Mom shows up, or is there, and puts the corn hat on.
Oh yeah, she's arguing with
Dad and John Aston.
John Aston and the dad, and then the dad's corn hat gets taken off. Mom puts the corn hat on. She goes full, beep beep beep.
She knows everything about it now.
Yeah.
So the hats, Ned says something about the hats, like
Later on.
he made them It's alien technology.
Exactly.
Basically.
I mean, he also helped with radio and television, which he was fond of until Martin Doolittle or something like that started wearing a dress.
Oh yeah, he does mention someone. I can't remember who it was.
I think maybe it was the character. I don't know. If you guys know, comment. Also, like, subscribe, all that jazz. But for some reason, the thought that came to my mind was that character in MASH who kept wearing a dress to try and get out of the military.
Okay, could have been that guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember what name they reference.
Oh.
So Ned invites Marshall
To join
him
after they finally fix it.
and Marshall declines.
Yeah.
I decline too.
Right. I mean,
Strange man inviting you into a portal.
Yeah, but this was also around the same time frame. Remember when it's "You can live with me now, Chonk," or Sloth.
Sloth, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna live with me now, Sloth. And the parents.
You and that line, dude.
I'm sorry, but there's just.
So he rails on this line in our Goonies review we did. And you just stick to it.
Yeah, that's my biggest complaint right there. What kind of sane parent? And then it's the similar situation right here. Although, granted, they at least had the excuse of alien technology corncob hats.
Yeah.
Because they're literally sitting there watching all this shenanigans unfold like it's normal.
Yeah.
You know,
And this is normal for Marshall and Simon and Dash.
I'm talking about the mom and dad because they're standing right there too.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and they're just like, yes, son, go with the nice older alien.
Right. Yeah, they don't chime in or anything.
Yeah.
And then Dash is like, what about me? What the heck?
I'm going. I want answers.
Ned tells Dash that what he's seeking is in Eerie. And to not go with him.
Yes.
Are
Are you my dad? If only it were that simple. I'm guessing clone.
Oh, yeah, could be. Ned goes home through the portal.
Waves. Everyone waves.
And then we actually get the evidence locker in this one.
Yeah.
What's
the
Corn
cob.
happening?
Yeah.
And that was the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I think it's a decent episode.
I enjoyed it it was more comedic than scary. I'd say it's probably it's one of my favorite funny episodes.
Right.
Where they're trying to be less spooky.
Yeah, oh yeah, it definitely wasn't a spooky episode.
Yeah, and it was a really good episode, but I mean, at the same time, it would have definitely shined better. If you're right, if there was more seasons.
Yeah, I think they were trying to set up for expecting a second season, maybe, or something. Didn't happen.
Damn politics of television.
It's definitely worth watching. I think there's only been like 1 or 2 episodes that have been like, you can skip this one.
Yeah, I mean, most of
The
them
Losers,
were really good.
and there was one other.
Losers, honestly, the only reason I think that one is worth watching in any way is the fact it has 2 back-to-back like super familiar faces. As Christian quote, to quote Christian, hey, it's that old guy. Hey, that's in everything.
Right.
Hey, it's that other old guy that's in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the other one was, it must have not been important then.
Yeah, that's how unimportant it was. I'm sure we'll. For our last
as soon
episode.
As the camera.
When we get to the last episode, like we're gonna kind of go over some of this stuff and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So stick around for that. What's next week's episode?
Next week's episode is fudge. I didn't bring a piece of paper this time, so I won't be tempted to sit there and crinkle it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Then what's that?
That's the paper that was already here.
Oh.
I'm not going to touch some of your guys' paper. That's rude.
Oh, that's mine?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's your ladies.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and touch it. That's
I
weird.
gotcha.
That's rude.
Well, next week's episode is...
Reality Takes a Holiday.
There you go. No. It is Zombies in PJs.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it is top rated on IMDb.
I thought Zombies in PJs was one of the last episodes.
It is. There's only 2 left.
Oh.
Wait, 1, 2. There's 3 left. Zombies in PJs, Reality Takes a Holiday, and The Broken Record.
So, yeah. All right. Yeah, Zombies in PJs.
All right. So, hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yeah. And as always, stay demented.